Have you fucked with ayahuasca at all?
Hella.
Hella.
I hella fuck with that shit. Yeah, I've been doing ayahuasca since 2016.
So you go and you have a shaman
Done it like almost every year. I got a few shaman that shaman.
Yeah.
I got a few of them.
I wonder how you say that. Yeah. What's the plural of shaman? Shamans?
I think it's shamans. Yeah, I've been doing ayahuasca since 2016, so I think I've probably done like about 7 or 8 ceremonies by this time. And that has been super impactful for me.
Yeah, I know people who's done it like a weekend and it just like changed their whole trajectory of life and like they got rid of habits like immediately almost. Like
I think that shit's been super impactful for me going sober for sure. And just like developing a new mindset and like mastering my thoughts.
I want to do that, and I'm really. I mean, I have access to DMT. I'm just scared to do it. I'm just like, I don't know if like I just hear about the DMT.
I did that shit too.
I heard the DMT shit is crazy. It's like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's quick, man. I did one called the 5-MeO DMT. It's called the Toad.
Yeah, that's the shit Mike Tyson talks about. Mm-hmm. Is that the shit you have to freebase?
That's what you could call it. It doesn't look too different.
It looks crackheadish for sure. But I heard it's a fucking
looks
like
crackheadish. Yo, it was ill though. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The last time I did the Toad, I was already kind of primed for the experience because it was my second time, and I was in a good mind frame as opposed to like a depressed place.
Right. I'm sure it changes your experience.
So the moment when I inhaled it, you blast off, but from the jump, I was telling myself, I'm releasing myself from fear. I'm releasing myself from fear. I'm releasing myself from fear. And I just had this blissful experience where I really communicated with my grandmother, who I never spoke to with words because she didn't speak English. She was in Ghana and she spoke Twi. I didn't speak Twi. So this was probably the first conversation I've had with her. And she told me that I should not be inspired by her fear, but by her love. And it was deep to me because I'm not directly descended from slaves in America. So it didn't click to me until she told me, like, yes, I carried fear and I gave you fear. I was enslaved. We were enslaved. We were dominated and oppressed, you know, as African people. But when you think of me, do you think of my fear or do you think of my love? And that was so pivotal to me, not only because I felt like I was having a conversation with my grandmother that I could never speak to, but also because it gave me context that a lot of the fear I've carried in my life predates me. It's not just me. Like, we're walking around with generational trauma. You know, there are things that happen in your bloodline before you that are passed down to you. So now the question is, how are you going to deal with it? You know what I mean? Are you going to unconsciously be guided by the fear in your trauma bloodline? Or are you going to learn to identify it and to transcend it? So the Toad helped me to work towards transcending it.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I've had people tell me, my boy John said he lived like a 6-month life.
In that 15 minutes?
Yeah.
No.
He said he's like, bro, I had a girlfriend. I went to a job interview. I got a new job. I was like, and when he told me that,
what did that nigga do?
Hey, when he told me that, I was like, yeah,
I don't think I want to do that, gang.
I think I'm good. Like, I want to do it.
My shit was a proper 15 minutes. Like,
yeah. No,
that shit sound kind of rocking though.
Yo, fucking crazy. I was gonna ask you, talk about just like obviously, you know, you got the Black Star Festival, which is in Africa, which is dope. That's you and Chance, right?
Yeah.
What inspired you to do that?
Man, you know, it's really being on a podcast in South Africa.
Okay.
And I'm talking to these dudes. They got a dope platform called Sobering Podcast. Hip hop heads. They know everything, bro. They're knowing verses from when I first met you.
Yeah.
Kids these days music.
Right.
You know what I mean? All my shit. All Chance shit. Joey Perp. Like,
I haven't heard that name for a while.
My clique, you know, all the people that come up at the same time as me, they're knowing all the music. And it just struck me like, how is it that we don't come and perform for these people, like, and they're huge fans of the music. They love the culture.
Right.
You know, there's got to be something that can be done about this. Because world tours happen, but you think that the kids in Ghana and Nigeria and South Africa are oblivious to the fact that they're never on the list?
That's real.
You know what I mean? You call it a world tour.
People go to Germany, people go to Brazil.
But you're leaving out a whole continent that not only is, you know, the birthplace of black people, and hip-hop music is the most ubiquitous form of communication, black art form, that's taking the world by storm. And, you know, we're often just completely out of touch with an entire continent of people. So that's when I just started thinking about, there's got to be a way that we could bring the black artists to come and perform for the fans in Africa, and to meet the land and experience the continent for real. And it's going to take favors, it's going to take friends, it's going to take mission and people buying into that mission, but it's doable. And when Chance came to visit me in Ghana, I just started to kick it to him, and he was just immediately on the same wavelength and in that same mind frame, and it happened quickly.
That's dope, man. Well, look, the album's coming out September 15th.
September 15th, Victor album.
Any features?
Yeah.
Who you got on the album?
You know, one that I'm really excited about is Jay Electronica.
Oh, shout out to Jay Elect.
Ooh, he gave me a crazy verse.
I bet. I mean, I don't know if he's ever not given someone a crazy verse. It'd be really hard for him to rap whack. Like,
he can't do it.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay Elect. Yo, it's crazy. I was just having this conversation with somebody, and I just educated somebody on Crucial Conflict.
That's crazy because we're working on sampling Crucial Conflict right now.
Well, you guys sampled
I was telling him
on Kids These Days, which
we used to play that.
That fucking Trap House Rock album was...
And they used to come out with us. Like, I would have Cold Hard and
was
Crucial
it Never?
Conflict.
Never was in the group. I remember I used to know all the
Wild
guys.
Style.
Wild Style.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's right.
Kilo.
Showdown was my shit.
It was really Cold Hard and Kilo that would rock with us.
Shout out to The Final Tick, a classic album.
Yo, they would come out and crowd surf it. When we were 17, they'd come out with us at the Metro in Chicago, be crowd surfing. These guys Kilo is a big guy, 200 plus pounds, crowd surfing.
I just remember those guys with their leather overalls on the cover of that album, and I had the booklet.
Nah, them guys is legends. So
also shout out to Do or Die too. Right, Do or Die, also another very underappreciated
legends.
Chicago.
Both west side of Chicago, legends that brought a style just to the world.
Have you chopped it up with Twist? I know Twist is doing he
was with Twist about a week ago.
He's doing a lot of
Twist came out at the Acid Rap.
Oh, dope. Well, I know he's doing a lot in the trying to properly show people how to use guns in Chicago.
Yeah,
do it the legal way. You know? So
that shit is dope.
Super dope, man. Well, look, go get the album on the 15th. Can't believe it's your second album. I mean, technically, it's your sixth, right? Fifth, sixth.
EPs and all this stuff.
Internet tape, we're not considering an album.
Yeah, it basically is, though. I mean,
hey, shout out to this guy. For people who don't know, I did a mixtape called Empire Business, and you gave me orange soda before it was on.
And you called it orange juice.
I didn't. My graphic designer fucked that up.
So was it, because I was trying to remember the other day, I was like, was it me or was it you?
I don't remember. I just remember when I put the artwork up, you hit me, you're like, it's orange soda, bro.
Oh, so it must have been.
But it was on my shit well before internet tape dropped.
Yeah, that was before it came out.
Yeah. Shout out to, man.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even remember that.
Yes.
And then Semtex put it on BBC Radio
Classic.
in the UK.
Classic record. I appreciate you pulling up though, always, brother.
Man.
My God.
That's love.
Boom. Fire.